Hello and welcome to another RuneScape 3 video. It's been a while since I've actually done a RuneScape 3 video. I actually have been playing a hardcore Ironman on old school RuneScape, but I did want to come back to RuneScape 3 to make this video. This video is going to be a day a day on the road to 1 million KC at the Arch-Glacor. So if you saw the thumbnail or the title of this one, yes, I want to go for 1 million kill count on Arch-Glacor. Now, obviously, it's mostly going to be normal mode, and I really love doing this boss, but what I love it is when I get people who examine my pet and they're blown away by the amount of kills it has on it. Even if it is just normal mode and it's just like, you know, well, it's wow, I can't believe you got that much. And then people realize, hang on, that boss takes at least 15 to 20 seconds to kill in normal mode, so even if he did it that way, he's wasted most of his life on killing this boss. Anyway, that's all good. So yeah, first thing I do when I log in of a morning is I usually go AFK the boss for about an hour, and then I'll come over to my bank and grab out my gear to do my runs. So what I am mining for at the moment is crystal, flecked sandstone, and red sandstone. I think that you can never have enough, so by the time I get that kill count, I may have 500,000 of these. So yeah, I know you're supposed to make them into flasks and whatnot, but I haven't been doing that because I'd rather just see it build up in the bank. So yeah, because one day they might release something you need for it, and I'll have plenty of resources. This is my loadout on the left. I did use preset 4. That's my mining loadout for this. It also includes my runs for Viswax and things like that. I come over here, I put on my resource for aura, I use my premier artifact, and I just mine this. So yeah, my gear is the magic golem legs, torso, boots, augmented pickaxe of earth and song. I think there is a better pickaxe out now that I probably should get, but I don't bother getting it. The perks on it are Hone 6, Fortune 3, and Imp Soul 3. And I use the tags core hammer as well. But yeah, I basically just mine this. I try and have my prayer up because the perks will use the prayer points to bank some of the items. I do have my Grace of the Elves. I have 4 of them. I did buy the 4 for archaeology, so that's the reason I had 4 when I was going for 200 mil. And that was before you could have 2,000 cap on it. They used to only have a 500 cap on it. So each of these is 2,000 worth, and that's basically 4,000 ore I can send to the bank. Oh, sorry, 8,000 ore I can send to the bank before needing to add more porters to them. So yeah, basically just go through this. Just click there, and yeah, we'll mine all that. The food is for the manor farm, so I do collect black dragons and skill chinchompers, I think they are. And I also go to the Anachronia farm to collect the dinosaur raw from them, so from the Rexes, and I sell them for the beans. I usually cap out my beans, and then I buy leafy potions to complete herbs should I ever need to do that. It's just, this is a daily I've done for so long, and it feels wrong not to do it now, so it's one of those probably good/bad habits you get into as a RuneScape player. So yeah, this is just part of my dailies, and then yeah, once I do this should almost be done here. I will go to the other side of Prifddinas, and yep, done. I'll go over here, so it's the bottom 2 for your mining locations. I'll bring them up in just a moment. So if you click here, your Ithel and Melia, I probably just mispronounced those. So yeah, and then I come over here, I exchange the crystal motherlode shard for whatever rare items you usually get from them. Sometimes it's this multipliers, or other times it's other things. I go in here, I collect from what's it called, this thing here, the motherlode more. So I've actually pulled dragon pickaxes from this. You get a heap of other uniques and things like that, just odd bits and pieces. We get shadow cores, so you can get shadow cores from this as well. I come over here and I basically mine this. So yeah, basically get through all this. It doesn't take too long. This run I think takes 15 minutes, 20 minutes, if that, a day. So yeah, I just complete the run and I'll head over to Ugug. Geez, the names in this game are crazy. I remember reading The Hobbit, which was the prequel to The Lord of the Rings as a kid, and some of the names for the dwarves were so hard to pronounce. I don't know what Tolkien was thinking when he came up with some of the names in his books, but they are a good read. If you're into reading books and things like that, definitely the Lord of the Rings series and The Hobbit. The Hobbit I found was easier. I don't know if he meant it for a younger audience, but I enjoyed The Hobbit. Probably was my favourite book. Something that actually plays into that is the fact that I probably read that with my grandmother. So that was really good. A childhood memory I will cherish forever. Then we go to Ugug, whatever that is. Right, we come up here and I'll run down to this point down here. And mine for me. I also come into the city and I do trade this again. What the Churg. So yeah, I will buy her. I think it's a woman. I will buy her packs of meat. You do actually profit. That's a passive daily moneymaker you can get as well. I think you spend about 90k, if that. We'll go over and check that in a moment and I'll show you exactly what you can get out of that. But yeah, you buy the packs of meat, you unpack them, you can either sell them on a grand exchange or just leave them in the bank. I always figure it's a way of multiplying money if you buy them and unpack them. So yeah, that's something that I like to do every day. I do know that when you do mine the crystal, there is a glass machine here, and in Prifddinas there was also a glass machine you can go to make the flasks. If you're an Iron Man, that is definitely worth doing for a 6-dose flask or crystal flask. So yeah, do that if you're an Iron Man, or if you're a main and you want to actually make money from doing this daily. They used to be, I think the flasks used to be about 15k each. I think that's slightly dropped, and I know the crystal flasks used to be about 7k each once. When I checked them the other day in my bank, they're only like 2 to 3, I think. So yeah, that's obviously come down. You can bring pack yakin, but if you got the porters, definitely a porters is the way to do it. It's just sending it straight to my bank, so that's definitely worth doing it that way. I also have a brooch on as well. Haven't really used that in a long time. Like I do the dwarves, I always tend to have that on if I'm not PVMing, if I don't have a dedicated ring for that slot. So that's the ensemble that I have, and this should almost be done in just a moment as well. But yeah, and then once I do this, you go to Menifus to do the sandstone just outside the city there. Always worth doing. So yeah, I'll go do that. And I usually have Discord on another monitor here, where I'm actually tracking as well the deep sea fishing traveling merchant. So for example, today, whenever this video goes live, it'll be a different stock probably, but today there's unstable air rune, which is worth getting. I don't get any of the things that I sort of don't really need, so I'll come in here. So I'll show you this real quick. The raw bird meat pack, 6 raw beef and 2 rabbit. So for about, what's that, 6k, quick maths, 18k, so what, 36 plus your 6, so 42, 45k. You'll buy all these, and basically you'll open them here. So open them up, and then we shall price. No, shit, not that one. Sorry. Price check. Here we are. So you throw in all your raw beef. So already your raw beef has just covered everything you've just spent, and then here we'll put the 300 here. So for about 45k, you will profit 680k basically from that. Sorry, 580k, not 680, 580k. So for like, while you're doing this run for like just an extra 30 seconds to a minute, you can profit massively off it. So what we'll do now, we'll go down to Menifus, we'll collect this. I will also show you where to get the Viswax, how I do the Viswax as well, if you're unsure about that. Definitely worth having 99, come on, go. Definitely worth having 99 rune crafting for that one. So yeah, here we go. Just go through here, straight down here. If you want, you can surge. Definitely you can do this faster and more efficient if you use bladed dive, surge and dive. But I just run it because I'm usually playing, right now I'm playing old school RuneScape on my secondary monitor, and I've got my Iron Man as well on this monitor behind this game, just waiting for me to come back to it. Yeah, having a lot of fun with the hardcore Iron Man as well. Definitely worth doing. If I had to choose between the two games, old school RuneScape is probably my preference for actually playing a game. RuneScape 3 seems more like definitely a secondary game these days and something you just play on the side. But this account's been going for 6 years, and I've always played RuneScape 2, which became RuneScape 3 after the evolution of combat. Or even after a period of that anyway. But I enjoy playing both games. Definitely if you love RuneScape and you played it when you were younger, it's definitely worth having an account on both old school and RuneScape 3. I can't imagine not playing both games. I play both games every day. I'm almost level 99 Slayer on old school RuneScape, and then I've just got Thieving to get up to 99, and I've maxed my main account on old school RuneScape, which I will then probably do some massively heavy AFK'ing on that account just to keep it going, just to get the XP up, because I'd love to get it up to half a billion to a billion XP eventually. So there we go, I've done the dailies for this. So the next thing I do is I go to the Runecrafting Guild to collect the Viswax. And I did a farm run yesterday, so I only do that probably about once a week for mana farms. So I come in here, I then go in, I just come over to the machine. With a, I think it's 99 Runecrafting Cape, you can get the third rune, which is nature runes for me today. So I just basically put the first two in, nature rune, and then I pull the first rune out, and I just cycle through all the runes until I get a green happy face. Sometimes I get it quick, sometimes it makes me go through almost the whole stack, but it will appear in just a moment. And on the very rare occasion, will this be one of those occasions? On the very rare occasion, no. When I put waters in the second slot, sometimes I've had it that's been the first rune you need, and yeah, it goes through. I don't know if these tries actually matter. If they do, let me know in the comments below if this actually affects it, because I don't think it does. I just get my 100 Viswax a day. I think I've got like 20k of that in the bank, but it's just an easy thing to do for the runes. There we go. See, right at the end. Great. 32 tries. And then combine, that will give you a profit of, click on this, so just for that, 2.5 mil for that. So that's really good for, I wouldn't have put that much in runes in there, so definitely worth doing that. Now that we've finished that, I won't go mana farms as I said because I've already done it. But yeah, I just go mana farms. I put some fish into them and collect the not the pets, are the, what are they called? Creatures, like black dragons and skill chin chompers. I come over here, I grab my prayer, restore it all the way up to 100, even though I don't need it for what I do at Arch-Glacor. Then I come down to tab 9. So the gear that I just use, I have done a guide on this, so I will put that video in the description below on how I kill it. As I said, this is just a day in the life on the road to 1 million kills that I want to do. So here we go. I use the scripture full, so I activate that. I put on the usually inspiration, and then I start running here. I do, because you get pretty good drops from Arch-Glacor, not that I've ever sold them, but you do get pages of when, and the pages of full are very cheap, so they're about 10 to 15k usually. Sometimes they even go lower. So I use the full book, and I just use whatever aura I have at the time. I actually need to fix that. I have got my defense summon up. You do not need the defense summon or even the zombie summon, so if I can customize that once I'm out of combat. I usually only use the skeleton warrior and the vengeful spirit for healing, so we will take these out, and they'll just disappear in a sec, but that'll save you on your ectoplasm. So yeah, I do burn through a little bit of ectoplasm if I'm using all 4. Obviously it's halved if I take those 2 out, and I just use the skeleton and vengeful spirit. And then yeah, I'm basically doing this. on my secondary monitor for about 6 to sometimes 12 hours a day. Now, depending on how AFK I go, I find this logged out a fair few times, and I jump back in and reinitiate it. Again, the great thing about Arch-Glacor is that it's a safe death, so if you do die, you're not losing anything. The common loot I get is worth a fair bit, so in 2 kills I've received already, what's that, 210k, plus talismans, which have gone up a little bit, yep, 700, and charms. I'm currently sitting at 1.6 million blue and crimson charms in the bank too, so at the end of this massive grind, which I'm under no illusion will take years to complete. I've been fighting Arch-Glacor since it came out already, which I think was 2.5 to 3 years ago. So this will take a long time to complete. So hopefully I will get there one day. But since I'm not doing anything else on this account, I may as well AFK this boss. Definitely my favourite boss in the game, the boss I enjoy fighting the most, even though some will argue I'm not really fighting it because I'm AFK. But I do enjoy just putting it on the second monitor and playing something like old school RuneScape, or even another game. So I enjoy playing many different games. So yeah, this is perfect because you basically sort of click 4 times an hour to stop yourself from logging out. The legendary pet will collect most of the loot that I get, which is awesome. I would hate to see how much I have left on the ground. It was probably crazy. So far, out of the 297,000 kills I've gotten, I've gotten about 30 to 35,000 troves. I've almost got another stack of 20,000 in the bank, which I will do a video on opening. But yeah, I just wanted to do a quick video on a day in the, how do I say it again? A day on the road to 1 million kills. So I will do this and put this video up, and yeah, if you have any comments, please let me know in the comments below if you have anything to say about it, or is it a crazy goal to go for? What are you doing? Are you even playing the game? That sort of stuff, which I am happy to hear. It is all good. I will do other things in the meantime as well, like if anything pops up, there are so many quests that I haven't done that I need to do as well. I did complete all the quests once, and I think the last 10 quests I haven't done. It's like Beneath Cursed Sands and all that sort of stuff. If new bosses come out, I will obviously probably come back and play them, and I will do other videos on this account in the future as well. But when I'm not doing any of that and I'm playing old school RuneScape or doing something else, this account will be sitting right here at the Arch-Glacor, pumping away at it, just getting a kill count up and progressing to that million KC. One day I would love to examine Leonidas, my Arch-Glacor pet, and I want to see that hit 1 million. So yeah, I will be working towards that. If you do like this content, please subscribe to the channel. It means the world, and I'm almost the first tier of monetization for that, so if anyone can subscribe who watches this video below, that would be awesome. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.